Hi guys, welcome back. This is Eric Lowe from Swordwind Historical Swordsmanship. In today's video, I'm going to be continuing our exploration of Marozzo's abattimento for the single sword with a small two-handed sword or longsword in hand. We left off our last video here in Coda Lunga Alta, and now the next set of movements in the form are defenses against thrusts. Marozzo gives us several of these defenses, and then he elaborates on how we can string them together for home practice. That's the way I'm going to be doing these. Just to be clear, at the front of the video, the four defenses were given against a thrust: step forward, cover the thrust with a mezzo mandrito, and stab. Step forward. Notice I'm stepping a little bit around each time. Cover the thrust with the same cut, and give them a backhanded reverso tondo to the face. Sweep the thrust aside with the falso and hit them in the leg. Or step aside, cut the arm with a reverso traversato, and then he gives a fifth one at the very end of the section, which is leap out of the way while stabbing them in the side. Now to make all of that flow together. We're going to start off by stepping aside and covering the thrust with our blade. Tip the point forward into their weapon, into their face rather. Ideally, the opponent's blade is caught on your crossguard here. So you are parry, pick it up, shove it back into their face, on the assumption that the opponent is still active and is going to be trying to come off and hit us. He says step off and parry in the manner of what he calls guardia di entrare. So I'm sort of stuffing their blow here, and then as I back off, I snip them in the face one more time. And hey, look, for home practice purposes, I'm back in the same guard that I started. Next defense, step aside, cover with the sword, hit them in the face. Step back, sweep your sword back down, backhanded into Coda Lunga Alta, and we're ready to go again. Third defense, sweep their thrust aside with a falso, then hit the leg, hit the sword hand, and then back down into Coda Lunga Alta as you withdraw. It's important that you mind the turns of the hips on that one. I need to turn my hips to the left, to the right, to the left again, and to the right. The next defense is a reverso traversato to the arm. That's normally more comfortable for people from a high guard like guardia di testa, or a high Vomtag, or even a side Vomtag if you want to speak German for a moment. In this case, because we have a form going on, my sword is already sweeping back. I'm going to keep it going around up to the top. Notice I'm essentially in Vomtag or in guardia di testa already here. As I step off to the side and sweep my sword down across their arm. That relies on the fact that their hand is coming forward, offering me their forearm for my blade to cut through. Notice also that the body turn is still important, as well as the body weight drop to make that cut really work. So as my sword comes up, I step off to the side. Notice my back leg is extended here. When I come down, I am arcing my blade down with my hand still on my right-hand side. While I turn my foot out, this pulls my leg out from under me. I'm gonna let my forward knee bend so that my whole body weight sinks here. And I'm gonna swing my sword down almost like a guillotine through their arm. So again, I'm coming back, over, down. To cover myself, I bring my sword back from my mandrito side into into an X, and half turn of my body, and I'm back into Coda Lunga Alta again. That is, those are the 4 perfect defenses, as Marozzo calls them, the perfect defenses to a stoccata, or an underhanded thrust. All together: cover, stab, stuff, snip, cover, off with their head, step back and cover, sweep it aside, hit the leg, hit the hand, sweep back, up, through the hand, cover, and we're back in Coda Lunga Alta for the last one. Just like the end of the last section, the last move in this section, which gets its own chapter in Marozzo's text, is a little fancier on the footwork. In order to make this work, just jumping out of the way of a thrust that is coming at me, I need to do something more than just step. Instead, I'm going to need to spring as I thrust my sword forward and bring it back down. So, all 5 defenses, the 4 perfect ones, plus the last fancier, starting in Coda Lunga Alta. 1, stab, stuff, snip, cover, cut, and around, sweep, cut the leg, hit the hand, step back, keep it going, reverse the traversato, cover, stab, and reset into Coda Lunga Stretta, which is where the next section starts. I hope that's been helpful, and we'll see you next video.